Righto fellas, welcome back again. This is Das Customs, and today we're going to be working on the Baja. Okay, so the plan is I just need to get this thing bolted back down to the body. Before I do that, I'm going to bang the engine in, which is sitting over there, my EJ20, which is the 2-litre Subaru engine, and I'm going to mount the shocks. There's a couple other things to do. I'll just spin you around and we'll have a bit of a look. What I do have a bit of an issue is the boots on one side are split. It's on this side here. Both boots are split. That one's pretty cactus, but I'm just gonna, I don't have a set. I got a set of cheap Chinese things, which I just don't even know if they're gonna fit. So I'm just gonna hold off on it. Basically what I'm gonna do is, oh, there's a bolt missing there. What I'm gonna do is I am going to just bolt the engine back in, bolt the shocks back in, front shocks, body down. Let's get this thing driving. If I get into it, by this weekend, I'll have a driving car. That car matches that motor. I've just got a couple of things to deal with, like fuel line. I need to run a fuel line for it. You know, a couple of other minor things. So let's just get cracking and see where we end up. So this is the EJ that I had in the slammed Baja. I had to make a manifold, exhaust manifold out of the stock manifold to kind of tuck it in and around behind. I do have an aftermarket manifold, exhaust manifold for it, so I may see if it'll fit now that I've got a lot more ground clearance. Tidy little engine, the air cleaner setup, it's got a bit to be desired. That was just so it tucked in under and was very low visibility. There's a few things I've done to this engine, mainly just tidied it up. This is not a fly-by-wire, this has got a cable throttle. Da-di-da-di-da. Look, let's just get it bolted back in and I'll give you another look at it. I do not know if this jack is going to get me high enough to get on. But I can hope. For some reason, I've only got 2 bolts there. I'd like to have all this ready to go before I start. For some reason the adapter plate's got some weird imperial bolt on it as well, so give me a minute. Alright, I found the hardware I'm looking for, so now let's try and stab her in. This thing's got a really solid sump in it that I manufactured myself. Originally it was in a low vehicle, now being in a high vehicle, potentially overheating vehicle. Ooh. I would like to probably put a deeper sump back on it, or a high volume sump maybe. That would make perfect sense. As to why it isn't moving itself. There we go. I'll show you these couple of exhausts I've got and we'll just try and figure out what we're going to do with them. So originally I bought this one, it was an eBay special, but as you can see I was grinding it on the road a fair bit. It was a big issue just getting in and out of driveways and over speed bumps and whatnot. Still fine, there's no holes in it, but this is one I cobbled together because rather than hanging out the back of the car, I ran it in front. So even like that there, you know, I was just using bits of whatever I had in the shop at the time. So that there, it will probably still be okay. I'll just have to utilize that part and then remanufacture that bit and do something. I mean, you know, nice 2 hot dogs coming out each side would be nice. Let's see how we go. All right, second attempt at the stab. Now the biggest issue, generally speaking, is just lining up the oh, biggest, did I say issue? Oh crap, that never happens. Come on, you're so close now. Oh. A little bit maybe. The fact that the car's moving, I might just put something under the front wheels just to chock it. Oof, we're getting close to being off there too, so. Now these look like V-dub engines, but they're a lot heavier, I can tell you that right now. Let's see if I can get that jack to just go back up a bit. Yes. Okay. So what's the go? Do I need to get a spanner on that front nut there and just try and turn it a couple of times? Come on, baby, you want to go in? What I haven't thought on, and I've just thought of it then, 1500 gearbox, early throw-up bearing, combi gearbox. Later combi, I'm saying she's got that different throw-up bearing without the case around the oof. Righto, let's go backwards and have a look at that. Let's try and get it back on that. Probably could have looked at that before I got that far into it. Probably should have. Okay, yes, yes. All right, so let me bring you in and I'll just show you what I mean. I'll show you the difference. You probably know, most of you guys, I'd say, oh, sugar. Pretty switched on when it comes to V-dub stuff if you're watching my channel. Or you might not know. Let's have a bit of a look. I'll show you in a couple of gearboxes that I've got sitting here under the shelf. This is the original one out of the Grey Bug. It second synchro was shot in it, so I pulled it out. You can see it, what the throw-out bearing looks like on that, and it doesn't have a, well, you can just see the shaft there. Whereas this one, which is for my Beetle Ute, this is like a real heavy-duty gearbox. It's also a combi gearbox, but it's just a more, like it's a built gearbox. It has this sleeve on it, and that's in the later bugs have this sleeve. When it has that sleeve, it, oh, can you see that? It doesn't have that ring Oh, that's bad. Let's see if I can get a bit more light in there. It doesn't have that ring on the pressure plate for the throwout bearing. It just sits directly on the teeth. So what I've got to suss out is, do I have a pressure plate to suit that? I believe that pressure plate, yes, I should have, because I've got the one that came out of that motor. Let's go have a look at this one. Where are you? Where are you? Ah, you're in there. You bugger. I've already got you mounted up in there. Anyway, I'll suss this out and get back to you. Yeah, you can see this clutch pressure plate's not looking great. It's got a big groove around the outside. Now, it had that previously. It's kind of wearing its way into the back of the clutch. I'm just going to have to run it. I don't have a replacement for it. It's actually a bigger clutch. But what I'm trying to show you is this. I had this issue previously, but the other way around. I needed this pressure plate to mount on an early gearbox that had the different kind of throwout bearing that needed the ring on the inside, right? Whereas this pressure plate, which fits on the Subaru, is a bigger combi, 210mm, I think, just going off memory. It didn't have that ring in the middle, right? So what I was stuck with was this issue. Called around to everyone. No one could tell me how to fix it. Ah, no, mate, what you're going to have to do is change the gearbox. I must have called 4 or 5 different Volkswagen shops. Then, here's a plug for John Sherman, Volks Conversions. The guy, you'll talk to him, he'll talk to you for hours. Very interesting fella, but just be prepared for a conversation. He had this part on the shelf. It's an adapter. This part, basically, you can bolt to any early flywheel, pressure plate, and it converts it into a late one. So I'll hang on to that, put that in the bag of tricks, and when I'm looking for it next time, I won't be able to find it. But that's that. So now, boom, bang that back on, clutch back in, and Bob's your uncle. Righto, well, we sorted that out. You know, just lucky I've been through this problem before, I guess. That's one thing about when you're doing custom cars. If you come across a problem once, chances are you're going to come across it again. So, you know, we just try and learn as we go and put a couple of those things into the memory banks. Other than that, throwout bearing seems fine. I'm just going to bang it back in again. Let's hope this time it goes. Goes. Just like that, she goes. Alright. Put it back on there. Try something. Oh. You bastard. Why? Tell you why. Oh. On my leverage. So now, in theory, I'm higher. So when that goes in and it comes back up without crushing my foot, it'll be higher. Yes. Leverage. Who'd have thought it was going to fall off that jack. Oh. Okay. And let's not fall off again. Lucky it was only low when it fell off. Yes. Yes. What are we looking for? See on that. Well, I know I can get height, so just really don't want to fall off again. Especially when I'm up. How's that looking? Get a bit closer. Up. Yeah. Oh, not bad. So come again. Come on. Let's put it together. In the harmony. Now, it's in the middle. but I might be able to. Okay, that one doesn't want to go in. I'm going to have to do some adaptations to that. Jack out. Barely squatted the rear steering at all. Look, I was saying I'm going to get the shocks in, but the shocks kind of hold off on those brackets off the back of the body there, and I'd really like to just get the body down. So without further ado, I think I'm just going to do it. I think I'm just going to bang the body down. I'll take the jack at the front to readjust that. The back here is on the rollers, so I can just do that one, forward. Oh, I've got blocks on the front. I'll set you up somewhere else and we'll have another look at it, eh? It's looking alright so far. Look, I'll give you a quick walk around this thing and we'll call it a day, I think. Righto fellas, so this is where I'm at. I'm trying to decide, I mean these guards kinda cover tyres a bit more, I think. It's a bit hard to say. I know in Australia it's illegal to have too much poke, or any poke I should say, but you know, even that's probably excessive. The aim of the game is to get this thing registered, so what do you think about the twin headlight setup? Do you like it? They're kind of level, but they're kind of, you know, probably run the center ones with maybe those globes and spotties and those as the outer ones. Those headlights suck, so you know, realistically they were just there for the indicators. Righto. That's where I'm at.